Are you a Vikings fan?
I'm a fan of football.
I mean, so you don't really have a favorite team?
I love all of them. I love the Pack. I grew up. They were my team. I'm a fan of sports and football.
It's really a me world. I mean, just look at fantasy football. I mean, fantasy football drives the NFL. I mean, it's not just anymore watching your team.
Mike,
these guys are
crazy.
into fantasy football like nobody's business. You got to watch 5 games at once. Nobody cares about anybody anymore. And I'll tell you this. I think that Minnesota fans have already moved on from Adrian Peterson. They have no personal attachment.
Why are you
the way that Jets fans used to have a personal attachment to Philly.
Why are you telling this lie? You telling this lie that
nobody cares about Adrian Peterson.
No, I'm not saying Adrian Peterson.
They want draft picks.
But the first lie you told was that fantasy football is the engine driving this game when everybody knows the NFL will not go into Vegas because of gambling. Sports is not tied to gambling.
Huh?
And fantasy football is gambling. Don't you know that's the truth,
Hello?
Mike?
Now let's go off the air here real quick. Okay, now we're off the air. Now tell me what you...
Hey.
LeBron is a drama queen. Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, also a drama queen. Once a drama queen, always a drama queen. 4 years, he had a letter on the website of the Cleveland Cavaliers vilifying LeBron James for the horrible decision he made to go to the Miami Heat. Just recently taken down. More drama between LeBron James and Dan Gilbert than Eminem and Kimmy. That's a lot of drama. So the divorce is over. LeBron goes to Miami. They get some time apart. And I think this happens with a lot of people who wind up getting separated or divorced after a couple of years away from each other because absence makes the heart grow fonder. You get this thing that turns out to be a big problem. It's called a short memory. You forget about all the crap that you drug each other through. So you decide the second time around, and your family begs you to not go back to that woman.
But you do. It's like a brain freeze when you're eating that Slurpee. Oh, it's so good.
You forget everything.
Mm-hmm.
So has LeBron really forgotten about all the bad things that happened in Cleveland? And here's the biggest one of all. Dan Gilbert, LeBron's last year with the Cavaliers, accused LeBron of quitting during the playoffs. Can you say anything to a player that's more insulting than, we made it to the championship and you quit? You're an NBA expert, right?
I hope so.
All right. One final question. If Nerlens Noel played for New Orleans, and New Orleans was playing the Kings, you'd have a king, a pelican, and some hay. Does that qualify as a nativity scene?
Yes, it does. Michael, see, this is why I like coming on your show, because you're also creative. You're creative, funny, and just a little bit odd, and I like that balance.
I'm a whack job. I am, and that's what draws the biggest audience.
What if I told you he was beyond the greatest? What if I told you that he misses layups on purpose? Could a player be so coordinated that he appears to be uncoordinated? Sometimes when you have long arms, you can block a shot. Sometimes it is about walking and chewing gum. Michael Knight's 0 for 30%'s over-coordinated. The Elliot Eliason story. Now playing on the Big Ten and other networks.
Torrey Hunter, by the way, who are some of the superstars in the league, Torrey, that you look at now and you just shake your head and say, wow, these guys are blow me away with what kind of players they are?
Man, I look at the Andrew McCutcheons, Miguel Cabrera. You know, you look at Trout. I had a chance to watch that guy grow and impart in him and talk to him. He texts me like every 2 days, 3 days, and talk about something. Just watching him at 19 years old, 18 and 19 years old, I knew this guy was going to be a star. I'm pretty sure the organization knew it too. He had all the speed in the world, great jumps in the outfield, crazy power, and plate awareness. So he can, he swings at pitches he wants to swing at. And to have that plate awareness remind me of Joe Mauer when he was 18 and 19.
Right.
And I would say the same thing. I'm like, this guy has the presence of Joe Mauer, when he came up. And everybody would laugh. I'm like, no, he has the presence of Joe Mauer. He just has more power at the plate. And not saying that Joe doesn't have any, but this guy displays a lot.
Today's long-distance dedication comes from Ben in South Dakota, who writes, Dear Casey, my hate for Kevin Love goes beyond the borders of Timberwolf Nation. I honestly can't stand the son of a bitch. So, Casey, would you please play Taylor Swift's We're Never Getting Back Together for my former favorite Minnesota Timberwolf? Ben, here's your long-distance dedication. Taylor Swift, We're Never, Ever Getting Back Together.
6 years in the league. I'm 25 years old. I'm hopefully heading into my prime, working as hard as I possibly can, and I'm hoping that everything just works out for all parties involved.
And I hate the Beach Boys too. You knuckle push-up surfer girl.
Ever.
Unappreciative.
I'm really gonna miss you picking fights and me.